This hotel right here, look at it. Look at this hotel. This is the Mission Inn Hotel in Riverside, California, in San Bernardino County. I'm telling you right now, I took one walk around this thing, one walk around that neighborhood, and I am telling you, this is so much older than they are saying it is. This is absolutely an inherited structure. Not only does the story of how this was made seem just fake and stupid, there are ancient carvings of indigenous faces all around the building. And those carvings, those pieces of art, do not match the rest of the building. You can tell that these are so much older than the updated parts of the building, right? And in a lot of cases in the area, you can see what looks like old wood covered by cement, as if some ancient wooden structures were found here and, like, essentially cemented, concreted over to preserve the building, hide the wood. I don't know. But if they're wood, I don't know. I don't know. Let's catch you up on a little bit of history on the Mission Inn, or what they say is the history of the Mission Inn, and then I'll show you those faces. So it says the property began as an adobe boarding house called the Glenwood Cottage, built by engineer and surveyor Christopher Columbus Miller. So I'm already like, okay, don't believe anything that this guy ever said in his whole life. And on November 22nd, 1876, I'm gonna say on vibes alone, it is much older than 1876. Let me go on. The Millers took their first paying guest. In February 1880, Miller's son, Frank Augustus Miller, purchased the hotel and land from his father. It became a full-service hotel in the early 1900s due to California's economic citrus boom and warm weather, attracting wealthy travelers and investors from the East Coast and Europe. In 1902, Frank changed the name to the Glenwood Mission Inn and started building in a variety of styles until he died in 1935. Okay, so here's the kicker right here: in a variety of styles. Let's just get back to how the outside of the building looks, right? So it says Miller's vision for the eclectic structure was drawn from many historical design periods. Was it? Did this engineer surveyor draw from so many different design periods, or was this building perhaps so old that it lived through all of those periods, and whoever inherited the building updated the building based on the architectural designs of the time, is what I'm thinking. But let's go on. Okay. For many historical design periods, revivals, influences, and styles. Some are Spanish Gothic architecture, Mission Revival style architecture, Moorish Revival style architecture, Spanish Colonial style architecture, Spanish Colonial Revival style architecture, Renaissance Revival architecture, and Mediterranean Revival style architecture. You're telling me one family over the course of a couple decades did this many different styles of architecture on one building? I don't know. It sounds off to me, bro. I'll read a little bit more and then let me show you the stuff that I think is interesting. So the Francis Chapel house, or yeah, the St. Francis Chapel house, which is within the building, houses 8 stained glass windows created by Louis Comfort Tiffany in 1906. The windows were just so. Or wait, this might be a good place to pause anyway. During this time, the California was like a citrus empire. The Inland Empire was actually known as the Orange Empire, and they say that was after all these white people came over and brought the Valencia orange over. I kind of think maybe there's some deeper roots to that, but that's not what we're getting into. Let's see these faces, because they say this was made in 1875 by some white dude named Christopher Columbus Miller. And him and the family just kept kind of expanding on it, man. As business got good, we just add like some Moorish revival, then we do Spanish colonial. Okay, so what's this? And look how old the brick is around it. Unkept brick can get old, you know, in a few decades, but that face, it's giving ancient. It's giving you are in the presence of some of the greatest monuments of California and they're hiding in front of your face. People don't even see this as you pass by because they're not very large. They're on like damn, I don't even know what to call it, but like a brick pier, I think is the right word. And you know, they're just faces like how like there might be like a gate in between the 2 points and you'll see a face here, face there. And they go all around the entire building. I feel like letting you know who owns the building, letting you know the original people of the property. And you'll notice the brick with the faces on it much older than the brick that they seem to have redone the buildings with. Let's see some more. This guy looks like he only got a few years left, but you see this? This is very classic. Wide nose. I've seen this haircut on many very ancient type of faces before in like stonework and stuff. Look at this guy. Looks so old. So old. Looks so old. It looks like they even like this brick looks super old, but it kind of looks like even though this brick is super old, it looks like they still went around something even older, but I guess the heart that they did have couldn't let them cover the faces. Which I'll give you that. I'll give him that. Good for you. At least you didn't cover the faces. Because at least I got to experience something that I know is so ancient, and I didn't have to go anywhere, and I got close enough. I could put my hand on it. It feels like this stuff should be sealed off. I could touch this. Okay, here's here's my favorite face in case you made it this far, and then I still have some more after this. This one is my favorite because I swear this could be me. I swear this looks like me back when I had cornrows. Uh, such a classic indigenous face. Look at those big lips. Look at that hair. Either like braids or locks. Wide nose. This is like my favorite. I need to go back and take another picture of it. And if you look closely on the head of this one, you can tell this is somebody with very curly hair. Yeah, I don't know. These are so awesome. If you are in California, go to the Mission Inn. If you are a scientist, you like archaeology, go to the Mission Inn and please try to add on to whatever that I am saying. I actually have a longer form video on me talking about the entire little area down there and how it all seems ancient and there's a lot of very old stone buildings. Uh yeah, please. One is so interesting to me because it dead ass looks just like the Monopoly Man. So I don't know if that's like maybe the I don't know. It's a Monopoly Man, some like ancient caricature or deity even, or character of some sort. Because to me that's the Monopoly Man with the wide nose. I don't know. Okay, and this is the very last one that I have. You can't see as much detail and stuff here, but I think that also just tells you like how long this has been here and the fact that it's stone. So like, you know, how what did it take for this stone work to get this deformed and have this much use and look this old? You know, did it only take from some supposedly white man or Spanish dude doing it in 1870? I don't know. And do you get seven different architectural styles from just one family fucking around being rich? And then why did that family, who would have been colonial people, why would they put these dark skinned indigenous faces into their buildings?